I've heard of more and more lately people taking up the idea of being a couple but sleeping in separate beds, getting married, sleeping separately like they used to do in old TV shows. But this is taking that to the next level. In Japan, it is becoming very, very common what is called separation marriages. Some people also might call it, and I've heard of this in the U.S. too, living apart together.
Living apart together. Living apart together. Living
Yes.
apart together.
You're living
You're
together,
but you're apart.
apart.
Seems like a little bit redundant.
They also call it weekend marriages, where
I've heard of something like that.
you have
Yeah. Mainly for dating, though.
where. How does that work in dating for you?
Usually it's when like one person doesn't really care about the other one.
Yeah.
And so during the weekdays, off limits. But around like midnight on the weekends, they're like, hey, we still hang out, right? I've heard of that.
Yeah, that sounds like trouble. Is what that sounds like.
So does this. So does this.
In Japan, and again, I've seen this in the United States, but apparently it's much more common in Japan, where people will get into relationships, get married, but continue on living separately. So some people, they're saying, even have kids together, and they'll get together, they'll hang out like on the weekends or whatever, but in the meantime, during the week, they work separately, they like don't have dinner together, they don't live together, they don't sleep together, they have different houses, and then only congregate at certain times. And so the proponents of this say it allows couples to experience the combined benefits of being married and being single, but obviously for it to be a strong, healthy relationship, it's important that it's based on mutual love and respect, and that's why they do this.
Seems kind of odd to me. Seems kind of odd.
Does it seem dangerous?
It doesn't seem dangerous. It just seems like you guys might not like each other all that much. If you can't live together. Also, you're buying two houses.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem very financially intelligent
No.
either.
And the ones that are talking about having kids, that's definitely unfair to somebody.
The child?
Well, I guess I just meant whoever has to take care of it.
Yeah, true.
But I once children enter the equation, it seems a little crazy to me. In the meantime, I understand the thought process. I just think you all need to have a better, a stronger dynamic between the two of you, where you understand that maybe the other one maybe needs alone time. And it doesn't mean that being alone is better than being with you sometimes, but it does mean that some people just need time to recharge, and being around another person, it takes something out of you. And I think, so what I'm saying is, I think you should still live together financially. That makes more sense.
Way more sense.
But
Than owning two houses?
But you can still functionally live apart together and have a happy relationship without actually living apart together.
Yeah, that just doesn't seem like a good idea to me. For me, this wouldn't be a way that I would roll. For somebody else, maybe this is your thing.
Yeah.
I know it's like a different culture and whatnot over there. But I feel like that would be the fun. I mean, I feel like I'd be so lonely.
Yeah.
For me.
And what do you do? Like some people here, they live like an hour away. What do you do? Like if you're in a relationship, maybe there's just a day where you really do want to see the other person.
What are you doing on that Tuesday?
But what about the other person?
They don't want to see you.
Yeah.
That's just crazy
Excuse
to me.
Last I checked, we are living apart together. And so don't forget the apart part of that.
I don't want to see you Monday through Friday, but weekends, I do love you, and that's why we're married. But weekdays, I'm not about it. You annoy the heck out of me on weekdays.
There seems to be some evidence that some people can make it work. It sounds a little tenuous to me for the average person, though.
Wasn't that a great Riot clip? While you're here, you should watch more of our videos and subscribe so you don't miss what we do next.